Hi everyone, welcome back to Learn with Preeti Bedi. We are back with another video on IELTS, and this one is about IELTS speaking. IELTS is one of the most popular English language proficiency tests for immigration and higher education. It assesses all of your English language skills, that is, reading, writing, speaking, and listening. IELTS speaking is a one-on-one speaking test to assess your English communication skills. You are marked on 4 criteria, which are fluency and coherence, lexical resources, grammar, and pronunciation. I will discuss about the marking criteria in my upcoming videos. In this video, I'm just going to talk about a few tips that will help you achieve your desired band in IELTS speaking. IELTS speaking is same for both academic and general training. It is a one-on-one interview with a certified examiner which lasts for about 11 to 14 minutes, and it is divided into 3 parts plus an introduction part. In the initial introduction part, the examiner usually asks you your full name, what he or she should call you, your nationality, and they generally check your national ID, which is passport. IELTS speaking module is recorded by the examiner. In part 1, the examiner usually asks you questions that are familiar to you. The questions could be anything related to your childhood, your school or college life, your work experience, your family background, your hometown, or the place where you currently live. It's more of a short conversation round with the examiner just to make you comfortable. And this part usually lasts for about 4 to 5 minutes. Part 2 usually lasts for about 3 to 4 minutes. It is also known as a long turn round. In this part, you are given a cue card with a topic and a few prompts, and you are given approximately 1 minute to prepare on that topic. The examiner might also give you a pen and a notepad to make some notes to prepare for that topic, and then you are asked to speak on that topic for approximately 2 minutes. There might be 1 to 2 follow-up questions after you have finished speaking. In part 3, which lasts for about 4 to 5 minutes, the questions are more of abstract nature. It is more of a detailed discussion related to the topic in the part 2. Remember, the linguistic challenge of the test increases with each part. Now let's quickly jump on to the tips. But before that, make sure you watch the video till the end because I'm going to share a few phrases that you can use in your speaking test. So our tip number 1 and the most important tip is, remember, IELTS is a test of your English skills and not your IQ or general knowledge. So even if you're not familiar with any topic or question, just try to speak something. You can make up stories. It doesn't have to be true. The examiner doesn't know if you're speaking the truth or not, and it doesn't matter. All you have to do is talk as much as you can because you have to show your English language skills, how well you can speak. That is what is the purpose of this exam. So make sure you speak something, you talk as much as you can. And tip number 2 is, don't give your answers in one word only. Example, the examiner asks you, where do you stay? And you say in one word, Delhi. Well, that's not the answer the examiner expects from you. What you can do is, you can say, I stay in Delhi, which is the capital city of India. This could further be elaborated by saying Delhi is famous for its street food. You have to prove your English proficiency and you have to elaborate your answers to prove that. I can give you one more example. When I appeared for my IELTS exam, I was asked, have I ever tried cooking fruits? Well, my first instinct was to say no because I never did that. But I knew that I had to score a good band, and for that I had to elaborate my answer. So here's what I said. I said, well, I haven't tried cooking any fruits, but I've heard that apple purees are loved by toddlers. So I will definitely give it a try for my daughter. So you see, a simple no could be elaborated to any answer. So I hope you get my point, that all I want to say is, don't answer in one word, just elaborate your answers because the examiners are sitting there to assess your communication skills. Our tip number 3 for today is, don't memorize or learn prepared answers, because remember, the examiners are trained and experienced enough to find out the difference between a natural answer and a prepared answer. because there will definitely be a difference in the tone of your speaking when you are speaking a memorized answer. And if at all they find out that you're speaking a memorized answer, they might change the question. So I recommend be natural. So just express your thoughts naturally and don't learn any prepared answers. Moving on to the tip number 4. Don't try to learn big or difficult words unless you're confident about their usage. Using simple language is far better than using wrong vocabulary. Remember, you can construct correct, simple sentences rather than wrong, complex sentences. Our tip number 5 is use of intonations. Intonations play a huge part in your speech. I am sure you don't want to sound like a robot. It sounds weird, right? So you have to emphasize on a few words to make your speech more interesting and clear. So make use of intonations. Next tip is don't worry about your accent. In fact, don't try to put a fake accent. Remember, the examiners are well aware that you are a non-native speaker. They know that English is not your first language. So as long as your pronunciation, your grammar and your fluency are in place, they don't worry about your accent. So be neutral and speak in your natural accent. Our next tip talks about fluency. Fluency doesn't mean speaking fast. Most people have this misconception that speaking fast means speaking fluently. But trust me, even the world's best public speakers do not speak too fast. When you're speaking too fast, you might not sound clear and you might miss out on some words which will affect your band score, and I'm sure you don't want that to happen. In fact, speaking fluently means speaking without hesitation. So make sure to gather your thoughts and speak clearly and precisely. Not too fast and not too slow. Maintain a pace at which the examiner is able to understand what you're trying to say. The next tip is don't use fillers. When I used to prepare for my IELTS speaking exam, I used to record myself. So that's another tip for you. When you are preparing for exam, you can record yourself. So when I used to record myself, I realized that I had a habit of saying okay all the time, almost after every sentence, and I tried to overcome it. And many people have this habit of saying words like a lot, and some people even have habit of using Hindi fillers like na, ki, to, like after every sentence. So try to avoid them. These fillers are a big no-no, and also don't use any slangs in your speaking test. So here is our last tip for today, but don't leave the video because remember, I'm going to give you some phrases at the end of this video. So the last tip is practice a lot. Yes, try to speak to your friends and family members only in English at least for a week prior to your exam. This way you will become habitual and comfortable to talk about daily conversations, and this is going to help you a lot in your exam. Sometimes we need a little time to think about a topic or a question that has been asked in the exam. Now, we have to buy time to think about it, and by buying time, I mean that it's okay to take pauses, but you just can't keep mum. You just can't stay quiet to buy that time. So here are a few phrases that you can use while you are trying to make up the answer in your mind. So the phrases are like this. That's definitely an interesting question. That's actually a difficult question, but I'll still try and answer it. Let me think about it for a minute. I have never thought about that, but, and you can continue your answer. Well, some people say that this is the case. However, I personally feel or think, and continue your answer. So use these phrases wisely according to the question asked. When you are speaking these phrases, you have a few seconds when you can quickly prepare something in your mind about the question and you can just give your answer. So I'm sure that these tips are going to help you in preparing for your IELTS speaking exam. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comments and I'm definitely going to answer all your questions. You can follow me on Instagram for daily tips and subscribe to the channel for more such videos. Hit the like button if you find it useful and share it with your friends. I will see you in my next video. Take care.